Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Julie and this is Julie Sews Her Own Clothes. Today is my gift to November vlog. I have been looking forward to this immensely. It's the start of a season that keeps us busy sewing for others, and the wonderful Alison from Sew Like Dotty has created this amazing opportunity for us to all share what we're sewing for others, and those gift ideas have been really fantastic over the last couple of years. This is year number 3, and I believe Alison is going solo this year in terms of the managing the whole gift to November. So I will put a little bit of information here, and I'm not going to go through the whole lot. I will say there are 40 prizes this year, and some, well, all of them are quite spectacular actually. So I'm just going to have a look at my iPad while I'm talking to you so I don't miss any of the really important bits, and then I'm going to suggest you go to Sew Like Dotty and have a look at her video that she released on the 1st of November for more detail about all of those wonderful people in our sewing community that have gifted prizes for a gift to November 2024. So this year, a gift to November has its own hashtag, which is much shorter, so we're not having to type the whole thing out. Have a look at that. It should be displayed here next to my lovely Christmas light adorned little top there. What you do need to do is to tag in Sew Like Dotty and to include your national, the country that you are residing in. Because I think there are lots of prizes that potentially can only be distributed in certain countries because of packaging and international parcel laws and costs, etc. So, and if you do not have an Instagram account where you can upload your gift to November photos for the reveal and then to be entered into the prize, Alison has created a special email address for those who need to do it via email, and those are the 2 routes this year, because I think it's quite a big project and potentially a lot of work involved for Alison. So if you're not posting on Instagram, use the email account that has been set up for this. I'm not going to go into the prizes. Have a look on Alison's page. What I am going to do today is show you a couple of gift ideas that I've already prepared for gifting to others, and then the fabrics and ideas I have around what I'm going to be doing over the next 6-7 weeks, maybe 6 weeks I'll have left to catch up and do the things that are on my plans list for gifts. So let's crack on, because that's 4 minutes of yabbering. The first thing I want to show you, and I do have a list here, the first thing I want to show you is my little drawstring bag. I mean, it is rammed with something, and I'll show you what's in there in a minute. But in terms of gifting, I think a little handmade drawstring bag, any shape or size. This literally was just to show you with a scrap of fabric that I had. And actually what's in here won't be in here. I'll explain in a minute. So it's just a straightforward little bag. There are tons and tons of YouTube sew-alongs to make your own little drawstring bag, gift bag, and just put it in the search bar on YouTube and you'll see tons of them, and you'll find you'll find one that suits your style of learning because they're all a little bit different. But this could be, like I said, any shape or size, but great for gifting. I think those really small gifts like earrings that come in a little box, instead of faffing around and wrapping it in gift paper, how lovely to put them in a little bag that can be then used again and again and again. So the first item, and I am going to make a ton more of these. Like I said, this was just a little scrap left from something that I'll show you in a minute. But I also have lots of Christmassy fabrics, and I think the little drawstring bag is ideal to use and to make like Christmas gift bags to put your little to put your presents in that you're gonna send to people instead of using wrapping paper and sellotape. Have a go at the more sustainable, and that can, you know, you might find in 10 years time that's doing the family rounds and it comes back to you because it's been reused to send gifts over Christmas. So that's my first one, is the matching drawstring gift bag. And I've said matching because what is inside the gift bag is the item that I had this little bit of fabric left over from. I am gonna make quite a few pair of these. They are pajamas. They are the Lazy Pants is the pattern that I've used. If you've been watching me recently, you know I've made a couple, 3 pairs of Lazy Pants now. A pair for my husband for holiday. I just loved how loose and comfortable they looked. So I made myself a pair to as part of a loungewear set, and I thought, do you know, the reason I've chose this pattern for my pajama is because they are so loose fitting and lazy, which means I don't necessarily have to know somebody's exact measurements to be able to make them a pair of pajamas for Christmas. So it gives me, I just need to know the rough size. I don't need to think about the crotch. How is my pattern deep enough for their crotch requirements? These are super Lazy Pants. So there's loads of room on them, and it actually doesn't look like you're wearing something too big because of the way that they've been designed. So they do have a really lovely deep pocket, and the pocket is caught into the waistband. The waistband it hasn't got a separate waistband for a starter. That makes it much easier. What it does have is the front and back pattern pieces are extended at the top, then you fold again, and then you catch the top of that pocket as you stitch down that double fold, and it creates a waistband, and then you add your elastic into that and a pull cord. So you could always, if you're not sure, you could always leave the little gap open for the elastic and then gift them. And once they've tried them on and you know they fit, you could then just stitch that tiny little gap up, or you could pull the elastic back out and add a bit or take a bit out, so you get the fit if you're really not sure about it. But for me, I think a nice loose elastic with a drawstring. And this, I made these pair with a really beautiful brushed cotton flannel. Now this is from Lady McElroy. It is, I think I've got the name of the fabric. It's the Peterhead, and it is in a marine navy and pillar box red. But actually Minerva have got a very similar fabric. It is brushed cotton flannel, and it is the same price, $8.99 a metre. I think for PJs in winter, this brushed cotton flannel is just It's ideal. It's really ideal. So I've got another maybe 2.5 meters of this, so I am going to make more PJs with this. I'm not sure whether I'm going to add maybe make a little t-shirt to match, try and match the red or the blue, or if I'm just going to gift them as they are. But you could see actually what I did with them was just fold them up. Oh, I didn't show you my tab. I started making these at the sewing social, and we were all gifted a southern sewing social label, so I thought I'd put it on to show where they were created. And these went in that tiny little bag. But actually what I'm going to use this bag for is I'm going to do a matching scrunchie and a matching face mask. Sleep mask, that's what I'm going to do. I think there's a really lovely little sleep mask in with the Juno Pajamas, which is a tilly in the buttons sewing pattern, and it's from the second book. Let me have a look. Make It Simple. It's in the Make It Simple book. You can add little ears, little cat ears or bear ears. You can kind of add anything you like to kind of funk them up for children, or make them in satin for adults. So I'm going to put a satin back and then have the check on the front so that they are matchy, and the sleep mask and this scrunchie will go in this bag, and I will make a bigger bag for the PJs. So that is the kind of the brushed cotton flannel. You'll find both Lady McElroy and Minerva have got the flannel in different colourways and different styles, so I'll be checking them out, because I think potentially I want more of the flannel to make more of those really lovely cosy gifts for Christmas. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I didn't use a pattern for. I literally just eyeballed it. Now this is me trialing something, and potentially this one I will keep for myself because it's not perfect. Not that gifts need to be perfect, let me just say. But I made myself a laptop bag for work because it's in and out. You know, I'm moving from building to building, different offices, then working from home, shifting it about in here when I'm sewing and need the space on my table. It gets moved around a lot. And I have had my laptop replaced recently. This is a brand new one, and I thought, oh, I need to do something to kind of look after it a little bit more than I did my last laptop for work. So I had been trialing a bit of quilting, just using some old, they're not old, they're from my stash. So these are fat quarters that have been sitting in my stash for the longest time. I just sewed them together and then thought, right, what am I going to do with them? And I thought, I want a cover for my laptop, and I don't want it to be a plain black cover, because then you end up picking up excuse me, you end up picking up the wrong laptop. So I have made, obviously, a very individual and bright laptop cover that is quilted. It's nice and thick. I actually used what I had left in my staff, and this has got thin, is it thin gilet? So what you make oven gloves and so you don't burn yourself with. So when that laptop is a bit hot because it's worked all day and I put it in here, it's going to be fine because it's thin insulated. But actually, I did learn quite a bit from making this one myself. One, that I need to make sure that I don't get a little bit excited and cut the corners or sew the corners too tight on my binding. But literally that's all that is. It is two pieces of fabric. I put my laptop on top of them, give myself a good bit of wriggle room inside. As you can see, plenty of room in there for, I can use my personal laptop in it actually, which is bigger. And yeah, that's all I did was bind it all the way around I've got tons of this orange cotton that I made a top with, an LB top with, during the summer. And I literally just made a little loop on the back. I took that under the binding and then made sure it was long enough to lift over, stitch down, and then come to the front with a big button on the front. So I know when I am moving around, if I kind of accidentally pick it up upside down, I'm not going to lose the contents onto the floor. So I think now that I know what I'm doing with this, I will keep this one for myself, because like I said, if you have a look at the state of my stitching, you'll see why. It's a little bit messy, but actually it was a tester to see how it would work with a few bits of fabric that have been kicking about. So I am going to make some quilted laptop covers. They're going to be very bright and individual. So yes, I also put a tiny little label on, which is, I can't remember where it came from. I think it was probably out of a So Haley Jane box. It's just a bunch of hearts and then me made on the back. Might be a Kylie and the Machine one. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, I think just these nice long labels look quite nice in items like this. So there you go. You can add a strap to it and wear it across your body. You can just adapt it to be how you want to be. So there is my second item, and I think I'm going to make quite a few of those. I'm going to move on to my next one, and this came onto my list just a couple of days ago, and I have been working on my gift to November ideas for quite some time. This got bumped up, and if I'd seen this the week before, it possibly would have been the first thing that I made. But I have come across Parrot and Parsnip very recently, and I absolutely love her bag making. I just love it. I love the ethos, the way she works, the way everything is repurposed. There's a lot of vintage fabrics that she sources, and I just love this little slouch bag. Now, I don't know about you, but I have seen a lot of the bestie bags being made up, and I love the style of them. Beautiful, very interested in that. But I found the bestie bags looked a bit big for what I think I prefer and what I see the people that I've got in mind for this in terms of the size of the bags that they carry around. So I was really excited to see that Parrot and Parsnip, Anna, has not only made her own PDF pattern for her slouch bag, but she has a tutorial, and she even talks you through the tutorial on, excuse me, how to cut the A4 pieces to make sure that your pattern pieces are exactly as they should be. So if you are brand new to this concept, fear not, your hand will be held right the way through. And I love that her pattern pieces have got her Parrot and Parsnip logo. I mean, where did that name come from? You must tell us, please. So interested in that. So I am going to make the slouch bag. The pattern pieces are relatively small, so you could get in your stash, you could get into some of your stuff that you've already got and start cutting it up. I have this fabric that is a poppy fabric. It is 100% cotton, Eco-Tex. I bought this to make a bag with, and I'm going to start with gifting the slouch bag. So here is, I don't need another slouch bag for myself right now. I've got a lot of bags. Adam has been making me bags over the summer, so I don't need another one, but I do know a lot of people go, where did you buy your bag? So yes, I have clocked those and will potentially be making them a little bag. And I've got some more of this orange that I can use for the lining. I think that'll go really well, actually. Yeah. So, Parrot and Parsnip slouch bag is on my list of gifts to make, and I genuinely think whoever receives one of them will be really happy to do so. So, pattern pieces cut out ready, fabric at the ready. It's Grand Prix today. I think potentially I might get a chance to cut the fabric out and actually get started on that after the Grand Prix today. So that is something that I think can be batch sewn up and very individual as well. So looking forward to getting that one sewn up. Then the next thing that I want to show you, actually the last thing I'm gonna show you is just the fabrics that I want to use over the lead up to the Christmas time, because I'm just open to be influenced by the other vloggers and the sewing community who kind of put their comments in the Gift to November vlogs about what they're doing, and the idea that someone else comes up with something that I can use this fabric for. Now this is a lovely stretchy fabric. It's relatively thick and it is a super soft backing on it. I have used one piece of this, so I have just shy, well, I have 3.5 meters of this. I've had it for quite some time, and I was going to make myself a hoodie, and I haven't done, but I think this could be a real fun gifting fabric, snuggle, and not just for Christmas, so it could be worn right through into the spring and then out again in the autumn as the weather starts to kind of cool down. You need something nice and snuggly. So I'm going to hold this for now and wait. I have a couple of ideas that I could use it for. Quick and easy sews. I don't want really complicated sews. I think the bags and the PJs are my kind of proper gifts, and I want some nice quick and easy, the laptop bags and something with this fabric. So I will be waiting to see what everyone comes up with. And because I'm early on the tour this year, I think last year I was about 17th, 18th of November. I'm kind of 6th or 7th, I think, yeah, 6th or 7th of November. So after this has gone out, there'll be loads more ideas to influence me, and hopefully I'll share that with you, what I actually ended up committing to in a future vlog, or you'll see it on my reveals at the posting of a Gift to November in Instagram at the end of the month. So that is my Gift to November. That is all of the plans that I have. Have you got a set plan in your mind? Or are you just waiting for all of the inspiration to come from the Gift to November tour? I'd be interested. And are there any of the ideas that you have any questions on or would like to know a little bit more on? Pop it into the chat. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and do subscribe if you haven't. That would be really appreciated, and I'll leave that there for now. I will see you next time. Goodbye for now. Bye.